there, kids! Today's lesson is on civic education. And at the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify and list the components of civic education. Explain the dimensions of civic education. Now, let's begin. The word civic simply means citizen. Therefore, civic education as a subject or topic helps both the government and the people know and understand their responsibilities in the society. It empowers us to be well-informed, active citizens and gives us the opportunity to change the world around us. Civic education is made up of many components, and they include the following. Number 1. Rights of citizens. Rights of citizens are the freedoms enjoyed by citizens or residents of a given society. According to the Nigerian Constitution, every citizen is entitled to the following rights: right to life, right to dignity of human persons, right to personal liberty, right to fair hearing, right to privacy, right to freedom of thought, conscience and religion, right to freedom of expression, right to freedom of movement, right to freedom of assembly and association, right to freedom from discrimination, and the right to property ownership. Number 2. Nationality. Your nationality is the country you come from. A citizen's nationality allows them to enjoy rights and freedoms as provided for in the Constitution. Number 3. Democratic practices. In a democratic state like Nigeria, the views of every citizen must be considered by the government in its decision-making. The government must ensure that the rights of citizens are respected. The leaders and the people are all equal before the law and should be treated fairly. Citizens have the right to hold their leaders accountable and demand for justice against unfair treatment. Number 4. Duties of citizens. Duties are actions citizens carry out for the good of the society. Some of these duties include voting during elections, respect for the ideals of the Constitution, respect the dignity of other citizens and their rights, and make positive and useful contributions to the progress of the community. Number 5. Community values. Community values are practices that promote peaceful coexistence and progress. Community values include cooperation, respect, integrity, tolerance, etc. Now, civic education cuts across all aspects of citizens' lives, and they are as follows. Number 1. Family dimension. The family is the first unit in place a child learns to socialize with other people. Parents are heads of the family and should teach their children good values to be responsible citizens. Number 2. Academic dimension. Academic dimension includes formal education, which is what you learn in school, and informal education, which is what you learn from family members and relatives. Number 3. Social dimension. This teaches us how to live with other people in society. It also helps us to learn the importance of taking part in various activities as members of the society. Number 4. Political dimension. Political dimension has to do with how a society or country is governed. The government is the major agent of politics in every society, and it is the primary duty of the government to maintain law and order in society. Number 5. Legal dimension. This refers to the rules and regulations of society. Laws are instructions that guide how both government and its citizens behave in society. The legislature makes the laws for the country, while the judiciary interprets them to ensure that people get justice. Number 6. Religious dimension. In Nigeria, there are 3 main religions, and they are Christianity, Islam, and traditional religion. Followers of all these religions must learn to tolerate and respect each other. Number 7. Cultural dimension. Culture is the way of life of a given people. This includes the houses, dressing, language, religion, customs, values, etc. Nigeria is a country with over 250 ethnic groups and about 500 languages. It is important that we respect our culture, and we must respect the culture of other citizens. Number 8. Economic dimension. Economic dimension refers to all legal activities the members of the society engage in, so as to make money to ensure development. These economic activities include farming, professionals like doctors, software developers, online content creators, and many more. And with that, we've come to the end of today's lesson. We have learnt what civic education means, the components of civic education like our rights as citizens and democratic practices. And finally, we learned about the dimensions of civic education such as political, social, legal dimensions, and so on. Now it's time for us to answer some questions about what we have learned today.